Hi guys. So I wanted to speak about my writing journey because I didn't know how to write. I honestly started just trying to express myself because of the problems I went through, and I just felt like alone in my journey. So I wanted to write. So I used to write poetry and not really show it or put it out there. It was just for my like just to try to put things about what happened in poetry for myself. And I really didn't know how to express. I tried to write. I was thinking maybe like I'll write something. This was in 2011, around then. I was thinking I need to write. I just knew that I needed to write. So I was starting to just put drafts and drafts of just writing something about my experiences, but I didn't know even how to write it. So I used to read books like academic books. I used to read like fiction books. I used to just read to try to understand how to write a book. So I would try to see like different styles of writing. And then when I was trying to write, I'm like, I'm not gonna write my story. Like, it's so personal, so sensitive. If I say people's names or whatever, I feel like I'm exposing them. I feel bad. Um, I didn't know how to write. I literally didn't know how to write. And then I thought, what if I write it in third person? So like I change their names and write it like it's not about me. Like just write it. But I didn't know how to do that. It was just a crazy, crazy journey. Like of if I go back to my old hard drive laptop, um, whatever I have salvaged from those things, I think you'll just find it's like a messy pile of Word documents, and it's just crazy. Like it's everywhere. So I knew since then I wanted to write. I didn't know what to write. So I kept writing, and it was just a journey of exploration. And I wasn't really intending to share with people. I used to write it in blogs, like in a blog I had for myself that was kind of private. I shared it once or twice, but I felt okay to share it, and then I'm like, okay, there's no like reaction or feedback from anyone, so I felt safe to put it out there. So that I think those are the steps for me to begin to publish or to put things slowly out there. I published my first poem book on Amazon by this publisher. Never got any money for it. I just felt like I wanted to accomplish. So I think I was the first woman in our family to publish, like in my huge extended family, like aunts, uncles, everyone. I think I was the first. I don't think anyone has ever, even, I don't think any man has published in our family at all, at all, at all. Anyway, so I did that and I felt good. It was just a compiled version of like all my poems for 3 or 4 years. So I continued writing poems. I continued wanting to write about my experiences with mental health with my mom, and with just a lot of experiences of migrating and things like that. I still didn't know how. And so a lot of things happened along the way, were just accumulations. So I kept writing personally from my experience just to understand what the hell I'm going through, because it's just a lot of things, a lot of emotions, a lot of events, and I didn't know. So I'd read about them, I'd try to understand. I'd read about those things and learn and try to grow. But 3 4 years ago, I was working in a school, and I was just more into art centered therapy practices, because I felt like it can help people like understand their life, because it helped me. Like I just kind of did it out of practice since 2013. I didn't know I was good in art. I'm not actually good in art, I think. I just like expressing things in color and images and things. So I don't know if that's called an artist, but I did sell a few paintings. A lot of them were just given away for free. Anyway, I put that and I'm like, oh my God, people actually can benefit from this. I didn't realize, because I was just doing it for myself. When I started working in a school, and I was dealing with a lot of people going through different kind of things, and I've been through it in my life, and I kind of understood it. So I kind of just gave them the same advice that I gave myself and did the same things. I realized it really helped them. And I'm like, this can turn into a book. So people can do things for themselves to help them in their life. And I'll just put my examples from my life and things that kind of helped me and like how I thought about it. So I started writing this book with this goal in mind. So it's like a memoir and a little guide of like questions that you can ask yourself in certain moments of your life about things that will dig deeper into your mind and subconscious like thought processes. So that was 2023 or 4, I think end of 2023 I started putting it together. Like chapters. I kind of knew exactly where I was going. I knew what topics were, because like somehow every chapter was just a major like breakthrough and like turn of events. So that was a kind of guide, like my life, my cycle of things, which is kind of a guide. So I wrote, I think I have like 6 drafts of that. It was like 25,000 words something, or more than that. It was like 10 chapters. And then just, I think it was last month, I came up with the title. It just, I don't know. I even know how I came up with the title. It just stuck in my head. Like first I got this, there was like a subtitle, a description, because it came from my text and my writing. So I was like, it's this is the title. And then somehow the other title came about. I don't remember how it came about. And it just helped me like zoom and focus. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what way I'm writing, as long as the message is getting across to the reader. That's all I want. So I was like, stop like judging myself, because I always judge myself. I'm always harsh on myself and saying, oh, this is not good enough. This is too much. This is like just ranting. This is just emotional. And the first drafts were all like everything. It was like just a lot of emotional stuff, and a lot of like actual events, a lot of social commentary, and then some academic stuff. And it was just a lot, and then some art therapy practices. It was just overwhelming. Different categories jumbled up together, and that's how I usually talk anyway. But I was like, for the reader, that might be too much, because my mind just works like that, but not everyone can think like that. So I have to kind of focus on one thing at a time. Maybe I can have other books later on. So this kind of just came to me last week, to kind of zone in and focus on that. So I cut it short to, I don't know how many words. I'm still doing the editing and proofreading. So I think it was like around 15,000 last time I checked, but now it's probably gonna be a bit more than that. I want to be short and focused. So I put only the events that really mattered. I tried to pull out all the extra elaborations that kind of just distract the focus of the chapter for the benefit of the reader. So maybe in the future I'll elaborate into other things. There's a lot. My mind goes like this. If you've watched my videos, you probably know how my mind goes from topic to topic, but I eventually find connections, and there's a point eventually at the end, but it's a long-winded process. Anyhow, basically, I was very upset at myself that I've had a lot going on in my life, and I didn't have the time to sit down and stop being distracted and just write it down and do it. And I was determined to do it this year, but a lot happened this year, so I kind of got distracted. So I was like, no excuses. If I keep getting distracted, I'll never do it. So even though my week has been busy, I said, okay, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna finish it. I might die tomorrow, I might die the day after, and I need to do it ASAP. I will not be happy with myself if I don't do it. So I've been working day and night for the past 4 to 5 days. I finished the draft in about 3 to 4 days, and I passed it to my friend to proofread. Now I'm going through the first round of edits, and I will go through the second, probably, what day is it? Yeah, probably next week. And I think by next week I will upload it and share the link with everyone. So yeah, when people are like, oh, well, we can't write, we don't know how to like actually assess, and I go back to the days when I used to say the same thing. I used to write so much about not knowing how to write. I still remember this long, I don't know what it is, poem, essay, whatever it was. I was just angry at how people can write and I can't. Why can't I write? So this is a huge, huge accomplishment for myself. And I just want to share that if anyone feels like they can't write, or they want to write a book, or they feel stuck, they don't know how to start, it's just a project for yourself. It's so important to put things together for yourself sometimes in writing. It's just a relief. I feel the same way I felt when I did my first book, finishing it. I'm like, oh, it just feels so amazing to just finish a project that makes sense to you or holds meaning. So I hope that people do find it insightful, and I hope people do find meaning in it. There's a lot of things that I didn't put in it and I want to, but like I said, I can't put a lot of beef in it. It will be too heavy to swallow. Okay, so yes, thank you for listening. Stay posted. Bye.